Hi, my name is Maria and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to prepare jicama and to make an agua fresca. So jicama is this vegetable. It's a root vegetable from Mexico, and it's a cross between like a potato and an apple. And when you buy it in the store, you want to make sure it's fresh. And sometimes that's not easy to find. So if you see this vegetable in the store and it has like mold on it and it looks kind of all dried up, don't buy that. So you're going to want something that looks kind of fresh and full, and it doesn't have any mold on it right here. And it has maybe like a little indentation here, and that's okay, because what you're going to do is you're going to wash it really good, and then you're going to peel your jicama. And then what I usually do is once I wash it, I cut it in half, so it's like that down on the plate, and then or on the cutting board, and then I peel it with a knife. It doesn't really work to peel it with a vegetable peeler. It's just the skin is a little too thick for that. And this is an example. So here's the jicama that's been peeled. It's nice and pretty and white, but this is kind of thick, what I've peeled off. And then you can kind of see you can peel it off in chunks as well. And so it doesn't take long to do. And so you've got your jicama. And jicama is a very nutritious vegetable. It has a lot of antioxidants. It's high in vitamin C and potassium, magnesium. It's got a lot of fiber and water, so it's really very good for you. And when it's really hot out, it's a great vegetable to eat because it can cool you off. And the best way to eat it is raw. And so when you ready to cut it up, you can cut it up into like little matchsticks like this, and kind of throw it in a salad if you want like a little extra crunch in a salad. It is really great with lettuce and carrots, and even a fruit salad. It works really well in that as well because it's kind of sweet, so but not overly sweet. And one way, like if you're going to have a little party or barbecue and you need a nice appetizer, jicama is like the best thing to do. When you have your jicama, you slice it up, and I like to slice it up just like this because I just like to eat it like that. I throw some salt on it and some lime juice on it. And so you can even use it for like hummus, guacamole, a salsa. If like you have some type of dip and you need a chip to dip in there, but maybe you wanted to have a variety, or you don't run out of chips, and you could use your jicama as a little chip for your dip. And so I've just put some salt on my jicama, and then I'm going to put some lime juice over my jicama. And you don't need a lot, but just a little bit goes a long way. And it's super delicious, very nutritious, and kind of fun to eat, to be honest with you. And so, as you can see, it's hard. It'll hold up in a dip, but it's not hard to eat. It's just like crunchy, a great little crunch that you can have. And so I hope the next time you're in a store and you see jicama and it's not moldy and gross, it looks nice and fresh. You might even want to try to get like a smaller one. I bought a smaller one over here as well. This one was a bigger one that I had gotten, but the smaller ones are a little bit nicer because they might be a little fresher as well. So that's jicama. But now I'm going to show you Aguas Frescas. And Aguas Frescas are really popular in Mexico. And you will see that all you really need for an agua fresca is a blender and some fruit and a little bit of sugar and water and a little bit of lime. So right now I've got like about 2 cups of cantaloupe in here. And then I'm going to throw in, it said for every 2 cups, throw in like half a cup of water. I just threw in a cup of water because you want, it's agua fresca means fresh water or cool water. And so I don't like my agua frescas too sweet. And so if you have a sweet cantaloupe, which I have right here today, and you can just add a little more water to it, and that'll kind of, however you want to taste it. If you want it sweeter, then you add less water. One thing about agua frescas is they're really healthy because it's just fruit. And you're going to add a little bit of sugar. So the recipe calls for 4 cups of fruit, half a cup of water, and 1/4 cup of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of lime juice. So I just put a little more than 2 cups of fruit in there. I definitely put a cup of water, and I do have 1/4 a cup of sugar. If you buy a watermelon or a cantaloupe that isn't very sweet, and maybe you just don't want to eat it because it's like, hey, it's not really sweet, then actually making it into an agua fresca, you can control how much sugar you put in there and how sweet you want it. So it's kind of nice to do that when you have, fruit that's not great. So I'm going to go ahead and get this going. And the thing with agua frescas is my favorite fruit to use is actually cantaloupe. But you can use watermelon, cucumber, pineapple, strawberry, guava. You can use a lot of different fruits. And when you go to restaurants in Mexico, a lot of times for lunch, even breakfast, you can ask them, what agua fresca do you have today? And, it might just be cantaloupe or watermelon. But definitely get it because it's going to be nice and fresh and good. It's not going to be made from a powdered mix. Some Mexican restaurants you will find a powdered mix, which isn't horrible, but it's very sweet. So it's a lot of sugar. And if you do it this way, you can control how much sugar you put in your agua fresca. So now that the sugar's in there, the water's in there, and the fruit is all juiced up, I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of lime juice in there. That just gives it a little bit of an extra kick, and I like that. So I'm going to go ahead and mix that in. And so one thing, like if you're making cucumber juice, you're going to want to use a little strainer to strain it in your pitcher or in your glass. And I'm just going to go ahead and pour it in my glass. And you can use a strainer for your cantaloupe juice if you wanted, so it's more clear. But I like it chunky, so here's my agua fresca. And agua frescas are really great any time of the year, but in the summertime, you got a barbecue, have some agua fresca, some jicama, and you can have a party right there. Ooh, one thing with jicama I forgot to tell you. You can cook jicama, but I've never done that. So I'm going to try that and see how it goes, and then maybe I'll make a video for you guys on that. But one thing also, you have your lime juice on here, your salt maybe. Maybe you want a little kick to it. So you're going to throw in some chili pepper. And so if you put some chili pepper on your jicama, you know, it can, you depends how much you like chili. You don't have to do that. But if you like chili, give it a try and put some chili pepper on your jicama. All right. Well, thank you for joining me today. I hope you try these recipes out and you find out that agua frescas are a really easy thing and great thing, and that you're not scared to try out the jicama. Thank you very much. Have a great day.